Good morning, all you beautiful souls. It's Sherry at Soul Conscious Tarot, and I have had quite the morning. I have had today has been very disruptive. Like, there's been a lot of disruptions just all around me in the energy, just things like the cards falling on the floor and having to pick them up. We had the like sirens going off a little bit ago. It's just like there's been like people contacting me at random, like about it's just been chaotic and disruptive. So keep that in mind. I have a feeling that's going to come up in our energy check for today. And by the way, this is our energy check. It's timeless, so whenever you find it, it's meant for you. Shocking. How did I know? I'm going to keep that out because, like I said, I feel like something disrupted, like something came out of the blue that disrupted things for you. And there's a resistance to it. This is actually for those of you that watched and tuned in to the next 72-hour reading that I did earlier today. Yeah, it's there was that kind of like something happening that we just had to boss up and deal with. We just had to put our big boy, big girl pants on and deal with something that was causing us something happened that's causing us some stress, and we're trying to figure out how to move forward, how to deal with that shocking thing, whatever it is. So I do like the truth and intentions and clarity. There may be a distance here, or maybe someone did create distance. There's a blockage. I'm getting the blockage is the main thing there that's coming out. This is really almost expanding upon the next 72-hour reading. So feel free to look at that if you haven't. I posted that earlier today. I'm going to actually put these down here in the corner because I want to pull a enchanted map oracle to get our oracle card for today. So I do really feel like there's something that just came unexpectedly or happened unexpectedly, and because of that, now there's an action you feel like you're forced to take action, or feel like you're forced to take action, like you have to do something about it. You can't just ignore it. Like whatever happened, that's what's causing the stress, because you can't ignore it. And I feel like that it feels like it was meant to happen, like it was destiny, like that's why it's stressful, why that we're having to just boss up or man up and deal with it, why the clarity came through there, that we're understanding that that we have to move forward, that there might be a sense of this had to happen, or this needed to happen. Take that as it resonates. So let's go ahead and get into our tarot for today. I did pull out the real quick. I want to mention oh my gosh, I did pull out the split decisions deck. I wasn't going to at first, and then I grabbed it. So I guess Spirit does want to do a yes or no question today for you guys. So if you have a yes or no question, be thinking of that, or be thinking of one if you'd like to ask one, and then we'll pull that at the end of the reading. So what do we have here? Clarify, tell us, Spirit, what do we got in the energy today? What are we looking at? Oh, I have my deck upside down. I thought so. So we have, oh, that's from when it fell. Yeah, when it fell down on the ground. It got, yeah, because there's only like, what the heck is going on here? Okay, well, no, I guess that's supposed to be, I don't know. I'm feeling, okay, see me, disruptive. And I don't know if you hear, somebody's out there drilling. I don't know. There's crazy stuff going on today. We have the Ace of Swords at the bottom. We saw that Truth and Clarity card come out in the hidden Heart's Hidden Secrets. So there's all kinds of this craziness going on. But we have this Ten of Swords here, and that Ten of Swords talks about something being difficult. But I feel like it's spinning. I keep wanting to spin it. I keep wanting to, it's like it doesn't, it's like we don't know how to deal, like how we want to feel about it. That's interesting. It's like that's probably the stress, because stress can be like Nine of Swords, and this is Ten of Swords. So it's like, do we want to take that Nine of Swords to the Ten of Swords, or can we reverse it and bring it back down to like the Eight of Swords? It's like, which direction are we going to go with this? That's a kind of interesting message. And then we have the World card. Okay. So that is like a cycle completing. This is a portal, a gateway, and that's what the world, it's taking us to the next level, to the next place we need to go, the next destination. It is propelling us in a certain direction toward a new beginning, toward a new cycle. The next card after this is the Fool. The Fool takes the Fool's journey, but he's been through many, many different cycles. He's gone through different things. And so I feel here the main message is that we're being propelled in a new direction, and we know it, we're feeling it, and that's what's causing the stress here. That's what's causing it to be difficult, is because we know we need to go through this portal and we need to go on this journey that the world is leading us toward. But we weren't expecting it. It kind of, I feel like for many of us, whatever this area of your life is that came out of nowhere and shook things up in your life, this disruption energy that I'm feeling, it was a good thing. It needed to happen, but maybe you don't realize that it is a good thing right now. Okay. So in the energy right now, it's just the disruption, it's the stress, it's the shockingness of it, the oh my gosh, I need to take action now. So if you watched the next 72-hour reading, I talked about in that, that I know a lot of people that have had like where they've like unexpectedly lost a family member, or a job, or a place to live, just out of the blue, just unexpectedly. And now they're dealing with that happening in their life, and they're forced to just man up and boss up to do it. I love the star coming out here, and the Knight of Swords, because the Knight of Swords takes action on the Ace of Swords, the clarity. And we did have the Ace of Swords come out at the bottom of the deck. I was moved to turn the deck over. We have the Hangman in reverse. That means that we've gained that new perspective. We realize that the Talisman card is almost equivalent to the Star. It's saying there's a new path that we're destined to go down. We know that whatever happened for a reason. Now we need to decide, with our free will, because we all have free will. With our free will, we need to decide what we're going to do about it. Like what choices are we going to make as a result of this upheaval, of this disruption that has occurred in our life. So we have the Five of Swords in reverse. I like this because this is, this can talk about self-sabotage and being in our own head. This is mental energy. It's conflicting mental energy. And so this tells me that we are fighting that. That's why, that's why this was spinning. This is why this was spinning, because when this came out, like when this shocking thing happened, at first, our first initial instinct was to get in our head, and that would have put that in the Ten of Swords. But we're fighting to get out of our heads, because we know we need to make a decision and do something. We need to just take action and move forward. And because we just decided to not get in our head about it, which is, then that's kind of turning that around, like turning that Ten of Swords around a little bit, it's interesting how that came through. And then we have what we have on the World card here. The World card, we have the King of Cups. So I do like this, because this is saying that we have the emotional intelligence and maturity to deal with the situation, that we do. It's almost giving me a little bit of a magician vibe in a sense, especially with the little cauldron. It looks like almost a little cauldron here. The waves are coming up. So even though we might be very emotional at this time, even though it's maybe stirring up a lot of emotions in us, we're trying to not stay in our head. We're trying to stay emotionally. I like the King being here. We're trying to stay emotionally intelligent, to keep our emotions under check as we go through proceed toward this new new direction in our life, this new start, this new beginning, even though it may have not been something we expected or wanted for ourselves. We do feel like, it is almost like for many people, we weren't given a choice or for whatever this is, but we also know that there's something about it that we need to embrace it. We just need to accept it and move forward. There's that kind of energy. So it's like, okay, I didn't want to deal with this right now in my life. But it was needed, so like, say you've lived in a place for a long time and you've contemplated moving on, you've contemplated going somewhere else, but you never pulled the trigger and you never did it. But now something happened and it forced you out of your home, and now you're moving somewhere else. And so you knew in the back of your mind, it's something you knew that you needed to do, but you didn't do it. You kind of dragged your feet on it because it's like you didn't really need to do it or didn't feel like you needed to do it. You were comfortable where you were, but now since this has happened and it's forced you to move and do it, you're like, well, I needed to anyway. So that's kind of like the energy that's coming through here, is I kind of had to anyway, so it gave me a reason to do it, to take care of something I've been maybe putting off, is what I'm getting. That's where that truth, the clarity is, and that hangman upside down, like in reverse. It's like we knew that this needed to happen, but we were stalled. The hangman energy is being stalled. We're stuck. We're stalled. We're staying where we're at. So this came in. The universe kind of said, I'm putting an end to this. You need to look how this fox is being propelled through that portal. It's like the universe just gave you the boot and kicked us in a direction, whether that be toward love, a new job, a new place to live, whatever it may be. It's kicked us in a direction, but we're embracing it. We're trying to deal with our emotions and with our, like not getting too in our head about it and just moving forward. So we have the Strength card in reverse here. I kind of am liking this in a sense. I know that seems weird, but I feel like it's almost like it's almost like a letting go and just letting it happen. We're not fighting it. Okay, so that's what I'm getting off of that Strength card, that we're letting it just snow. Look how this is almost like this guy is like sliding down an icy hill, like he's that good, because he's going downhill. It's actually propelling him and giving him more speed. And so I feel like, that's the thing. It's like we're just like hands off the wheel. The Strength card is, I feel like we're just hands off the wheel. I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to let the universe pull me in this direction. Why? Because we know that it needed to happen anyway. So interesting enough, I had these just drop out into my lap. So we have the Empress card, with the Six of Wands, which is moving on from something, bossing up as in, knowing that knowing that it needed to happen, knowing when we're in the Empress energy, we're in a receptive energy. We're in that divine masculine energy, and we all have that within us. But it is just allowing things to happen, just allowing life to happen, knowing, trusting and knowing that it was for our highest good. So again, there's this card of moving on. The Six of Wands here. It's wanting success, wanting to be successful, and overcome this, this judgment call that I feel like this is, Gabrielle blowing is it Gabrielle? Is it Gabrielle? Blew the horn. No, man, you can correct me. You can put me straight. I don't mind. It's been a minute. My brain's not working today. Like I said, I've had a lot of disruptions today. But I feel like the horn of judgment is being blown here, and this is saying, because look at this. This is the judgment comes right before the world. We have to pass judgment before we can move forward. So the universe is saying there's something that that did like pass judgment. Judgment was called on this, and because of that, that's why we're being sent forward. That's why we're being sent in the certain direction. With the Two of Pentacles here, the one thing I like about this Two of Pentacles is we have this balanced energy. So it is like someone that is taking stock and holding on to what they can. Okay, like they're with this, even though it can be a card of juggling, this is having everything, knowing that you got everything under control, that things are balanced, that you've got it under control. I feel like that's what I'm getting here. This Four of Cups is just the not wanting to, this is almost trying not to focus on how we feel about what's going on. That's what I'm getting there. It's like, so this is all fell out, and I feel like, even though I'm gonna put this over here, I feel like that we still need to pull a card on the Star. Funny enough, with all those, because I think that was just a side note. So what is a clarifier for the Star? What is a because I think this is just saying, this is almost these cards, all this whole thing of cards here that fell out is really just describing everything I just talked about prior to this, where we're just bossing up and moving forward to gain success over the situation. It was unexpected. It was shocking. It's causing us stress. But instead of getting in our emotions and letting it overwhelm us, or let it get us down, we're taking action. We're saying we know that, with that Empress energy, we know that it was meant to be. We know that that this needed to happen. So we're just rolling with it. We're just accepting it. We're accepting it as a blessing in our life, and we're rolling with it. Blessing, the reason I say blessing is because of the Star coming out here. So we see it as a blessing, that it needed to happen. So give me one final card that's clarifying the Star card. One final card that clarifies the Star card. The Page of Cups that's coming in reverse. So with the Page of Cups coming in reverse there on the Star, it's almost like, you know what I'm going to do? Let me see. Do I have the book here for this? I think I do. This might have a generic book, though. Actually, I think it does. Maybe not. Okay, let's see what it says. I want to see what they say. The Pages Cup says. I'm not sure why, but I'm being drawn to do that. So, okay. So, do they have reversed? Okay. Inclination, attachment, seduction, deception, artifice. So this is false. It was a false Star. So like, we knew that what we were doing, it's basically saying that we had the inclination and attachment and the seduction to stay. Or deception, we were self-deceiving ourselves to keep us stuck and to stay where we are, to keep us off our destined path. So it's basically saying we got in our own way. Let me just simplify it. It's just saying we got in our own way here, and kept ourselves from, we got ourselves stuck, and we kept ourselves from moving forward for whatever reason. We gave ourselves excuses. We kept ourselves, attached to something that was no longer serving us. And so the universe was like, okay, enough is enough. I've given you enough time to make this decision. You're not making it, so I'm making it for you. You need to get on this new timeline. You need to go in this new destination, this new place. So I'm going to make it happen. I'm surprised the Tower card didn't come out, but I feel like with the Judgment card and stuff, the Tower's already long happened. Like, the Tower has happened because we had the shocking, I guess that's the Tower. We had this shocking news, this unexpected thing that happened that caused us the stress and turmoil. But in the end, it's all good because we knew it needed to happen. And even if you don't right now, like if this hasn't happened for you yet, or if it just happened and you're still like sussing through your feelings and emotions about it, I think when you finally get in this energy of calming down and starting to take action toward doing what you need to do to rectify the situation, you're going to realize that it was something that needed to happen anyway. Okay, or that you really wanted to happen. You really, really desired and wanted it to happen, but you maybe had been procrastinating on it, or for whatever reason didn't want to stand up and do what needed to be done. That's coming through really, really strongly here of someone who may have dragged their feet on going in a certain direction, knowing that they needed to, but what didn't want to take, for whatever reason, didn't want to do it. So that's what I have for today's message coming through. So we're going to go ahead and get our yes or no question. So be formulating a yes or no question, or if you have one, then we'll pull the answer for that. If you don't have one yet, feel free to pause the video. And we have a yes that came through. I was going to give my spiel about no's, but yes came through. I barely got the deck, started shuffling the deck, and it just fell right out. Yes, the best medicine, getting the real scoop. So this almost tells me like you're going to get a piece of information that's going to help you, in some way. I don't know, of course I don't know what question that you asked, but there is going to be something that comes through that is going to help resolve the situation, that's going to help clarify in your mind that it's yes. Maybe you're doubting. Maybe there's some doubt around whatever you asked, whether you're going to get it or not. And so this is telling me that yes, you're going to get something here in the near future that is going to help you understand that yes, like to remedy your doubts and allay any doubts that you may have, whether it's going to happen or not. So there's going to be kind of a confirmation that comes in that helps you in some way. So that's what I have for you guys today. I wish you the very best. Much harmony and gratitude to you, my lovely friends.